I mean, once you are like done the changes to your code base, and so you can basically push uh, the commit the changes into Git repository. As soon as you push your changes into Git, this guy, the Jenkins, will basically trigger the kind of like pulling code base, and it will try to start building your application. Again, it's based on your configuration, and I mean, based on, if you need, you can configure that to automatically trigger the build Jenkins builds. But if you don't want to do that, so you can actually trigger manually. But let's say you have like configured Jenkins to pull the code automatically as soon as you push changes into Git repository. So then it will go through this basically this stages, like it will try to build your whatever the application, and then it will try to execute test scenarios. Let's say if you have defined your tests, unit testing and all that, so it will try to execute those test cases, and also like simply it will try to deploy based on your configuration. It will deploy your into dev environment or QA or production, right? So I hope you can remember. So we have already discussed this in details, but just want to like uh, uh, kind of like before moving to next steps, just want to recap. And so if you, I think in Jenkins, we can find so many plugins. So all the whatever the activity we define in Jenkins can have to have, we have to use plugins, right? So always plugin is there to expand its capability. So in Jenkins also, using plugins can get, you can expand their capabilities. For example, I have just mentioned few popular plugins here. So Git and build, test automation, SonarQube. So basically, Git is used to connect to your Git repository and pull the code, and build. Basically, you can build your code base, and also using automation, or automation using test automation, you can actually execute your test scenarios, test suits, the whatever you have developed in your code base, unit testing, unit test cases or test scenarios. And SonarQube is actually a code quality tool, where you can integrate with Jenkins. So whenever you execute try to execute a Jenkins basically plugin, or you can basically in the middle you can validate your code base. You can see, validate whether you have any code level defects, check style. There are so many plugins you can find if you search in Google, PMD, and find bugs. So those can be integrated in Jenkins, and also so Docker. You can basically create images using this plugin, and obviously you can integrate with Kubernetes, Jira, and also AWS EC2, Mailer. There are so many plugins. These are the kind of popular plugins you can find in Jenkins. Um, so any questions before I move to working session? Okay. So I think Melinda, you can start basically a
Yeah,
demonstration.
I
Yep.
will share my screen. Lakshita, can you make me a host? So I think I can't share my
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah. 1 minute. Right now, Melinda.
Okay. Hope you guys can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So uh, today's session, as Kabir mentioned. So we are more focusing on this Jenkins, how you can create CI/CD pipeline, and how you can integrate this CI/CD pipeline with Git, where you uh, where your code with code is stored. Okay. So here we are not focusing on how you can install Jenkins on server. So you can find easily some resources from internet. So if you need any resources, then ping me. Then we'll share with you guys. Okay. So here, before start the session, so I will give some high level uh, view about this setup. Okay. So I have installed this Jenkins server on one EC2 instance, uh, where our Spring Boot services also deploying on that server. Okay, so only we are using one EC2 instance, and within that we install all the I mean Jenkins server and the our application. Okay, so once you install the Jenkins, so and you will get some kind of login window, and it will ask you to enter the username and password. It just like a normal login. And once you log in, you will get this kind of initial dashboard kind of view. Okay. So here some more features that I need to highlight here. So if we come into this left navigation panel, you can see some kind of features, new item, people, build history, project relations, and check file fingerprint, manage Jenkins, my views and build queue and build execute status. Okay, so I'll explain uh, what are the things that we can do with this each feature. Okay, so before going to this one, I mean, yeah, I think it will better to explain this one first. Okay. So here, you can see new item which representing our project or jobs that we can create using this option. Okay. So, and it allows us to define and configure uh, that CI/CD pipeline or job based on the project needs. Okay. So I'll explain like how you can create uh, pipeline using by going to here. But yeah, so after that, moving to the people. So here Jenkins actually keeping track of the contributors, uh, like uh, who are the contributors which involving to this uh, dashboard. I mean, basically registered users. Okay, and after that we have build history. So within the using the build history, you can view all the uh, pipeline or the uh, history, like how the build happened. Likewise, all the things you can view using this build history. Okay, and we have project relationship. So this allows us to define like relationship between different projects. and it ensures that projects are built and deployed in the correct order. So yeah, and moving to the check file fingerprint. Okay, so here uh, Jenkins also keep some kind of audit to maintain the version control. Okay, so and now yeah, manage Jenkins. Uh, this feature allows us to configure and customize uh, plugins and what else, security features, and yeah, those kind of configuration we can handle with this by going to this management. Okay. And when comes to my views, Jenkins also allows us to create personalized view based on your name. Yeah. So those are the things we can see in this main page. And here you can see build queue and the build executor status. So build queue means that once the job is, I will explain what is that job and yeah. So this Jenkins managing job execution through the build queue. When a job is added to a queue, so it will allocate available build resources to it. So yeah, that's the idea of this build queue. And build executor status. So simply uh, once the project, sorry, pipeline got executed, then you can see the status on the status, overall status in here. Okay. So now you can see here some kind of table view. Okay. So these are the basically pipeline that I have created. So all the pipeline which you are that you are creating, it is listed here, and simply you can see the status and some kind of description and the name, last accessed, uh, and the last failure and the last duration. So all the things are listed here. So that's all about this. Initial view of the Jenkins. So yeah, do you have any question on this? So definitely you can install and you will get. Uh, you can familiar with this by yeah. So, but for now, I think you have any question, then you can ask. Okay. So now let's move into this new item. Okay. So here actually, I'm going to this one. You can simply create CI/CD pipeline. There are few types of pipeline that you can create, like freestyle project as a freestyle project, and as a pipeline, multi-configuration project, and so on. Okay, so I'll explain the things that you, I mean, as an initial step, what are the things that you need to know? Okay, here, freestyle project and the pipeline. Uh, I think if you have, uh, if you're familiar with these two, you can easily create CI/CD pipeline. So here, freestyle project means it is the simplest and uh, most flexible project type, and allows us to create jobs with graphical user interface. Like this, easily you can configure things. Okay, and this pipeline is some kind of advanced one. So uh, it also known as pipeline as code. So based on the tasks that you want to define in the CI/CD pipeline, you can define all the things in the script, and simply you can use that script to build your CI/CD pipeline. Okay, so here actually we are going to use this freestyle type of project, and we are going to create CI/CD pipeline using this one. Okay. For now, you know, and once you give the name, and you have to select the project type, click OK, and it will create projects for you. Yeah. So uh, yeah, once you enter, give the uh, go with the freestyle type of project, then you will have basically this kind of view. So here uh, you can give the description for the CI/CD pipeline, and there are some kind of we have to integrate this to a Git repo, right? So in that case, there should be some way to integrate this to a Git. So here we have to select this GitHub project for that one. So uh, yeah, I'll you yes. After that, what you have to do is here you have to give the project URL which are going to create pipeline. Okay, I have to select this one. So here you have to, once you go to the Git repo, then in the code, you can simply copy this URL HTTPS one, and you have to put that URL in. Okay, so After, after that, yeah, and it will ask to select what kind of uh, code repository that you have. Here you have Git repo. Yes, I think I have to mention it in here. Yeah. So yeah, you have to mention the Git repo URL here. Okay. After that, it will ask uh, to enter. I mean, there should be a way to authenticate this one, right? For that one, we have to add credential. So I already have this credential for Ubuntu, and I'll select this one. So yeah, after that, yeah, you can see here, it will highlight our uh, branch name, which branch we have to, for which branch we have to create the CI/CD pipeline, and yeah, after that, here you don't need to select anything. So mm, build an environment. Also, you don't need to select anyone. Here, another more important part is this build step. Okay. Here you have option like you can call shell script, or if you have if you have any kind of script there, you can simply, like, if you are selecting this one execute shell, then you have to put that one here. So in this case, I have shell script with me. That shell script will uh, start the our Spring Boot application. No. So I will put that in here. Okay. And once the build completed, uh, if you have any post build action, like if you want to get an alert into your email, so uh, in that case you can simply you can add email notification, or there are multiple post action here. Like for now we are not I mean we are not selecting any post build action here. Okay. So if you are creating this kind of, I mean, freestyle type of project, so those are the things uh, that you have to configure here. Mainly this, what are the source code management uh, tool that you are going to use. And if you are going to use Git, then you have to mention the repo URL and the build steps. So here you don't have like as as in the earlier diagram you saw that there was some kind of test and test stage, right? So here we don't have that feature, but we can add plugins to here, and we like you can using the plugin you can configure that test. So once all things are correctly defined, then you have to click apply and you have to click on the save button. So I will go into dashboard again. Yeah. Now you can see uh, the pipeline that we have created. Okay. So here is status mentioning not built. So there are two ways we can build this job. Either you can select, I mean, you can simply click this play button to just to verify all things are correctly defined. Okay. Or other, yeah. Uh, so I will select this one. We have to refresh this. Mm, okay. Seems there is an issue. So uh, the same way, like using the same way, I have created this DevOps demo CI/CD V2. So okay, I will go with this one, and I select this one. Yeah. So once you go into this project, then you will have this kind of view like status, changes, workplace, build now, configure, and these options. So uh, okay, so in the status, you will have some kind of overall status of the budget, and if I go to the changes, it will list all the changes that I have done with the previous jobs. Okay, and if I go to the workplace, uh, that should be list our all the I mean project folders. So in this case, I didn't show because I didn't run this pipeline. Okay. So likewise, if you want to, I mean, if you want to build this project inside of this one, can simply click this one, build down, and if you have any kind of things to edit, you can go into the configure, and simply you can edit the things that you want. Okay. So I think now I can go into the Git repo and do some change. And, I'll show you like how this workflow happen in here. Okay. So simply like once you created this project, so you have created the CI/CD pipeline, and yeah, if I go to now the repository, yeah. So this is the Spring Boot application, which I am going to deploy into that server. Okay, currently it is in our Git repo, and I have put some print line here. Okay, uh, just to verify, and from here I'll do some change. Okay, so now I will click on commit change, and
So,
right.
1 minute, 1 minute, Belinda. So I hope you understand, right, what Belinda is trying to do. So, as you can see, like he has done some changes in his code base. Now he's trying to deploy that into basically, yes, yeah, server. You can see, right? Uh, Jenkins running, so it's
Right.
building. Yeah, if you go to console, you can see basically the log. Uh, yes. Mm. So if there's any errors or anything, you can see, right? You can basically check the error and then you can fix it. If let's assume you get some compiler error. So here you can see actually whatever the errors, the exception occurred. Based on that, you can go and do the fix. Yes, you can.
Yeah. So yeah, the pipeline successfully executed. So I will show you by going to server now. I think, yeah. So here actually, I forgot to explain what exactly this script doing the pipeline now. So here actually we have our uh, discovery service microservice. Okay. Uh, so what happened is whenever we make any changes in the Git repo, this Jenkins pipeline will start to execute. And you remember that we have put this script in the build step under our CI/CD pipeline. Okay. So uh, once in, if any changes happen, then first what will happen is from Jenkins will pull the code from the Git repo, and it will save into this location in this server. Okay, what this location. After that, it will create the package, jar package, as a deployable file, and once the package generated, jar file generated, then that jar file copy into there is a destination location I have defined. Uh, this one, home Ubuntu, this location, it will copy into this location, and after that, it will start our Spring Boot application. So that's what happen here, and you can see some logs are there, and also our jar file copy it into this location. If I go to this one, discovery service flow, you will see, yeah, here you can see the changes that I have made in the Git repo. And also, you can, if I go into this location, that the workplace directory, you can see the files which pulled from the Git repo. Simply, we had this uh, DevOps lab client and the service. Those two folders uh, pull into this location. And apart from that, we have this Apache Maven uh, package. So in the script itself, I have mentioned, like you can see, there are some commands to download the Apache Maven package and extract the package within that location. So that's what happened here. It extracted, downloaded and extracted in here. After that, it uh, like build the jar package by going to this one, again, this yeah, discovery service. So yeah, so here you can see all the uh, services, and if I go to here, and if I go to the target, then you can see that generated Java. So this was generated because we have put the command to build the microservice using main. So I hope you guys are clear on this, like how this will happen. And if there is any error occurred, then also I can see here. So it will show all the errors, and if the job gets failed, then it will show as like this. Yeah, here you can see is the previous one that failed, and yeah, you can, by looking at these logs, you can simply I mean troubleshoot this one. What is the issue on that? So yeah, do you have any question on this floor? Like yeah.
Yes, I do have a question.
Yeah.
Using Jenkins,
Mm.
so let's say when we are setting environment variables, could be for database connection or could be something else. But like when we are building using Jenkins and then deploying, uh,
Mm.
how can we set the environment variables to be added into the app, like in using like GitHub Actions? We can use GitHub secrets to do that. But with Jenkins, how can we do that?
You mean database kind of configuration?
Uh, yeah, like setting environment variables while building using Jenkins.
Yeah, here if you go into the manage Jenkins, so here actually, if you have any kind of database level configuration, not sure that can be done here. Uh, Abhiraj,
Okay.
yeah, do you have any idea of like basically application level configuration? We are not doing here, right? Basically, we are, yeah. If you need to do environment kind of things, yeah, if you go into the manage Jenkins and the system, yeah, you will find,
So basically, I think Han is asking application related configuration, right? So
Yes.
so like there are many ways, like as you mentioned, like we can actually use what you call there are tools. The famous tool, I can't remember. So many, but however, the all the what do you call properties and configuration will be there in the property file, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here also we can basically follow the same thing. You can store all the configurations related stuff in property file, and then I mean there are many ways. Like you can actually have in Maven you can define profiles. Based on that you can like here you can give which profile that you need to activate in Jenkins, like passing parameters. Likewise, there are many ways.
Right.
Yeah, one of the like easiest way you can actually define all the configuration related stuff in the property file, and then here you can switch we call uh, the profile that which profile that you want to activate, and then deploy.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
And also like if you go with Kubernetes, so we can actually use Spinnaker, right? So in Spinnaker and Minio, yeah, that's a tool. Thinking like you can use Minio. Basically, it's like again you can use Minio to store your basically configuration related environment related stuff. There are like several ways, but you can follow based on your preference. You can select one of the approach.
Okay. Thank you.
no,
Any more questions? Mm, I think we are done, right, Melinda? So we basically showcase what we have,
yes, Abhiraj.
right? So if you don't have any questions, I think we can wind up the session. Okay. Thanks for your time. And if you have any doubts, so you can basically post your queries, questions on WhatsApp team, WhatsApp group. Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for your time. We'll meet next week. Thank you.
Thank you, team.